going to start to hear about some of the other disciplines, and I have Mr. Goldstein is going to talk to us about the English curriculum.
So I'm James Goldsmith. I'm the staff development teacher and the head of the English department here at Tacoma Park. My contact information is up there if you need to reach out to me for any reason. So this is my 18th year teaching in the county, and having spent over a decade of my career teaching high school level classes, 9th, 10th, 11th grade, and also advanced placement literature, I can tell you that the program that we produce here in the humanities is equally rigorous to the magnet program. So, you know, if you choose Tacoma, the humanities program that your child will receive will prepare them very well for any program that they wish to apply to for high school. So the first thing I want to talk about is the literary analysis and writing. You know, we start in 6th grade and progress all the way through 8th grade, really studying writing and the writer's craft. This year, MCPS has piloted a new curriculum for English for secondary, so that's 6th grade all the way up through 12th grade, that incorporates different authors. We're looking to now look at literature in a different way and try to incorporate more contemporary literature that students can relate to a little bit better, and also diversify the reading experiences that students are getting in middle and high school. So your students will be the first here at Tacoma to experience the new curriculum, and then that will carry them all the way through graduation in 12th. So I know it's kind of hard to see, but these are some of the texts that they study at each grade level. And just as with the math and the science curriculum, our English teachers have the ability to really enrich and pull supplementary texts that are in addition to these core texts that students will study. There's a lot of choice that is given to individual students in what they prefer to read, as well as certain things that are assigned as a class that all the students explore together with the teacher. One of the things that I always complained about when I was teaching high school is that I felt many students came to high school that weren't really prepared for the writing rigor that was there. And I will say that here at Tacoma, we put a huge focus on writing from 6th grade all the way through 8th grade. And writing, in that sense, takes many forms. This is kind of a core belief of our English department, that the art of writing is the art of discovering what you believe. I always tell students that, you know, we study history to know what we've done in the past. You know, we study physics to see how the universe works and the laws of gravity and so forth. But we really study English and literature to find out about the human experience. Like, what is it to be a human living in this world? And so these are the types of writing that your student will be doing. And this transcends from 6th grade all the way through 12th grade, actually. So we start in 6th grade with the foundation of written literary analysis, right? Analyzing text. And a lot of that is done through different types of exploratory writing. And we look at how the author creates certain tones, certain atmospheres, the purpose and style of the writing. We do expository writing, so they do a lot of personal essays, research-based argument. 6th grade is really the foundation for rhetoric that will take them all the way to get through high school. They learn, you know, the basics of ethos, logos, and pathos, and how to write a persuasive argument and back that up with textual or other sorts of research-based facts. And then there's also the creative writing piece. I feel like we don't do enough of this still, but there are opportunities for them to write their own short stories, poetry, personal narratives, and teachers really try hard to incorporate the creative component into the curriculum along with the others. So there are multiple extensions to what they can do outside of the regular English classroom. In 7th and 8th grade, they can take an actual creative writing course, which is a semester-long course. It focuses on the art of writing, revising, editing, and publishing your work. And it culminates in the production of our literary magazine, Inkblot. And as Mr. Gehring has said, we have multiple after-school clubs and activities that students can enter into that really focus in on the English piece. Drama club, creative writing club. We have our yearly dramatic arts festival right here in Tacoma. We participate in the Scripps National Spelling Bee. We do the mosaic contest with Montgomery County Friends of Montgomery County Public Library. So there's tons of opportunities outside of the classroom for them to explore, literature in their own writing along the way. So with that, I'll give it to Ms. Lett.
Okay, hi, I'm Dee Dee Lett. I've been teaching here at Tacoma since 2000, so I've been here a really long time. I will say that the social studies department, most of the teachers are young, or say young at heart, that we like to hire new teachers. We like to, right out of the gate, right out of college, they bring a certain creative element, they bring fresh ideas, a fresh way of looking at history. Gone are the days when I was a kid in middle school and high school when you are issued the textbook on the first day of school and the teacher tells you to read chapter 1 and answer the questions in the back of the book. Next day, read chapter 2, answer the questions in the back. Next, chapter 3, and then after so many chapters, there's a test. We don't teach social studies like that anymore. So this is what we do at Tacoma. So it's a new course called Global Humanities. And this is your second or third go round through Tacoma Park, we have always been a very rigorous, in my opinion, the world studies that we teach has always been a rigorous course, but this new class of Global Humanities is kind of a step up. And I would say what we taught before was honors level, and what we teach now is AP level in terms of the rigor that we are giving to the students. So it's an accelerated version of the regular middle school curriculum, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. But it's kind of with a twist, with an added little benefit of what we're doing. Kind of tapping into their natural curiosity. A lot of the assignments are based on student choice, that you are given the topic, but then you have 3 or 4 choices of what to do. Actually, for one of our assignments on the novel that we read, A Long Walk to Water, kids actually had 12 different choices of the things that they could do to present their understanding of the novel that we read. There's also like an opportunity for more in-depth discussions in class, that whole idea of debate that someone was talking about, just kind of posing like a question of the day and kind of debating back and forth, really quickly some of the topics that kids are interested in. But there's also this focus on historical thinking skills, that corroboration, that you are coming up with your idea and you are matching it to not just one source, but 2 or 3 different sources to be able to come up with your opinion that you are able to back up in your writing. And like I said, there's also a focus on advanced writing. At the end of, to say that you are proficient in middle school writing, you should be able to write a timed essay, multi-paragraph essay, in 45 minutes from beginning to end, being given your 12, probably not that many, 8 to 10 documents that you have to analyze, synthesize, come up with your claim, figure out how you're going to organize yourself, and then produce this multi-paragraph writing. But you can't just jump up to that in the 8th grade, 4th quarter, that it starts all the way back at the beginning of 6th grade to be able to kind of structure your writing and adding different pieces. Like again, I say, gone are the days of reading out of the textbook, that One document that we used one day last week was only 3 sentences. And it took us, 20 minutes to kind of analyze the text and making connections to other things that we had read. So it's complex text. And you're saying, how can 3 sentences be complex? Because you're able to make connections to other things that you've read, other sources that you have used in class. So those are the types of things that we're doing in class. But also in this class called Global Humanities, each unit has a DBQ. DBQ is the short form for document-based essay question. So each unit has one of those, especially units, and then units 1 and 3 also have a novel study. So the first one that you read at the beginning of the year is A Long Walk to Water. We're about to start reading Red Scarf Girl in unit 3. So on top of the extensive writing that we're doing, we're kind of mirroring what's happening in English and reading a novel, but in your social studies class. There's also in 6th grade a year-long Mock Me Win project where we'll have like a mock conference, but we start doing some of that in the first unit, adding more, like we just finished getting our countries assigned, doing a little bit of the prep work, and then at the end of unit 2, we'll add some more information, and so on, until we're ready to actually do the whole conference toward the end of the year. In 7th grade, again, some of the same writing components with the DBQ. There's also a novel in 7th grade. There needs icons. It's a diplomacy simulation. And I'm saying there's going to be because Global Humanities is new this year, so the current 6th graders will be the new class of Global Humanities 7. And then in 7th grade, there's also a year-long History Day project. Kind of think science fair project, but with history content. So they'll have that in the 7th grade as an enrichment opportunity, but it's part of the Global Humanities class. Other students who aren't taking Global Humanities will still be allowed to do the History Day project if they want to, but it's required in Global Humanities. And then I'm skipping 8th grade because, like I say, 8th grade will be new when this current class is in 8th grade. So there are enrichment opportunities that we have in social studies will be the Model UN, the History Day for 7th grade, and geography. The geography is actually open to the whole school, and actually, again, this whole idea of having new teachers who bring new ideas, we kind of revamped the whole way that we did the geography this year. Actually, our finals rounds are going to be televised on our morning news program, Wake Up Tacoma. So it's just something different, a fresh way of looking at something old that we've been doing at Tacoma for a really long time. So there is no other choice but Tacoma. I mean, I've been here a long time. I love the school. I think the kids will be fine here. Even when we have our articulation meetings with the high school, the teachers always say they can tell the kids that went to Tacoma Park that they are very well prepared for the high school program that is offered in the Thank you.